Okay, players. Some Kong Tang Soo Do players to the game. Blackboard. I've bounced off this more times than I've broken it. If you want to break it, jump around old school, growl and hammer it, it'll break. Don't want to do that, want to do it relaxed, with very little effort. You're in a self-defense situation, you've got tunnel vision on one guy, maximum effort, maximum focus, his mate's going to smack you around the back of the head with a bottle of Nookie Brown. So you could call that yin and yang. So we're going soft and flowing. Okay, so the position I'm in, I've got no body weight over it, so it's all arm speed and power. And bringing in players, DSI players like heavy hand. What's a heavy hand? Well, maybe we can explain that. Okay, so if you sit in a funny position where I'm touching my legs here, my legs are apart there, you're going to bring in yin yang theory, it'll make you weak. Body misalignment theory, it'll make you weak. So we can take this all out the window by doing kata, energy form number 1, and that will fix it, except for if you're in a big stretch like this, and you could call that extreme body misalignment, you then need to get kata form number 3, which puts longitudinal waves in the meridians. Okay, so that's that out the window. So basically, if you don't do any kata, any energy kata or 6-element qigong, you're just going to have to put more effort into the break. It'll still work on the same level. You just have to hammer it a bit more. Okay. And this won't be as comfortable and it will be very negative. If you do the right qigong, this is actually now bringing energy in. So I'm gaining energy in this position, so it's very comfortable. That's that out the window. Meridians. A bit like in electronics, which is my forte, the meridians can carry different types of energy. Transverse waves, longitudinal waves, and also a spin. Now this spin will create an energy field, which might explain a heavy hand. The spin also might explain the blockers I've heard people talk about, where you imagine a spinning wheel on an area for a centre lock or a press point strike. A couple of people have mentioned it, and I think George Dillman, it's in one of his videos. I've not tried that. So, this, you don't need to do the qigong to flood the meridians for meridian flow. I've tried this with normal people before doing the energy work, and spinning energy in the meridians still works. You can make a circuit, you can use focus, you can train your mind to do it. So, an example, let's see if it works. If I just hit this, it's laughing at me. Now, if I can induce a spin in one of the meridians, it's not very level. My roof's here, so I'll pause the video. Oh, I haven't got that ability. Come in, Ruth. I'm in the middle of shooting a video.
Oh,
so have a seat. Unfortunately, this extremely expensive 4K camera doesn't have pause ability.
Oh no. Pants.
Exactly. Right, so I've just whacked the board, it didn't break, so I'm going to add a player. I'm going to add a comedy player. We're going to use large intestine meridian. We're going to spin the energy, and we're going to create an energy field and then a heavy hand. And the way I say it's comedy, because if you've got a beard, it will, across here where the large intestine meridians go, create a circuit. I've tested this with 3 people, including myself, so if you've got a comedy moustache, like Chuck Norris in the 1970s, you'll have a bigger punch. So, get your thumb along the meridian, stick it on the fulcrum, large intestine, so we're making a metal element circuit. Hopefully, creating an energy field, bigger bang for the buck. It's like nothing there. I love it when a plan comes together. You can quote me on that. Oh, it was the 18. Right. Right, so you got the comedy one, so grow yourself a beard. Right, so there's loads of ways of doing this, and you don't need to do the Qi Kong to get that extra whack. So, there's one. Again, we're going back to Chuck Norris, Way of the Dragon, fighting in the Colosseum against Bruce Lee, and he does a traditional bent that middle finger, Tang Soo Do, Kwan Soo, a spear hand. Now, obviously, it's designed to do that. I don't think it ever was, but people break stuff like that. I had to break a board for third down testing with the fingertips. And the amount of people that bottled it, it just made me chuckle. So there's a story about that, but we won't go into it. So if I do that, I've now got another energy finger, and it goes through as if there's nothing there. And again, I've bounced off this more times than I've broken it. So there's two. Do you want any more? Okay, small intestine, take your index finger and stick it there, just in front of your ear. That'll work. You can take large intestine meridian and pinch the end of your finger. That'll start it going. It'll keep spinning until you've gone through it. So pinch, smack. Okay. Then what you can do is train your mind to do all of that. Because players should be subconscious, unconscious, invisible, automatic. As soon as you put your intent, they should be there. So you just go. I put a lot on that time. So there we go. Have some fun with that. Give us some feedback, and I want to see them comedy moustaches on Facebook. Thank you very much.
I'm trying to get my finger